Hello everybody, my name is Jax and welcome to the channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm just going to show you a little bit around my humble game development studio, I suppose. So I'm just going to show you the equipment that I'm using, a little bit of like how I'm using the equipment, and yeah, just show you around basically. This is the room. It's a small room. Got my art around, got some little bits and bobs. Family is probably the most important thing to me in the world, to be fair. But yeah, I've just got my artwork, different artworks. Got some old artwork here, which now that I've started doing sound development, I'm realising I have to get rid of some of this artwork because it's vibrating on the floor. So yeah, it's not good, and it's vibrating on the walls. So that's one of my friends. Is a tattoo artist, and that's just a Banksy print. But yeah, I've got quite a lot of artwork actually, to be fair. I used to sell it, I used to buy cheap, I used to find it in little auctions or charity shops, and I used to sell it. And when people think that you're an art dealer, yeah, it's not. You don't make loads of money. Like say for example, you'd buy something like this for like £3 in a charity shop, and you'd sell it for like 12 or 15 or something. And sometimes you get good sometimes you get good deals, or you find really good treasures, and then sometimes you just buy it because you like it and stuff like that. But yeah, it wasn't a profession, it was just a hobby. This is my sound stuff. I'll come a bit more to this in a bit. The computer that I'm using is a Ryzen 5, I think it's Ryzen 5 3600, and it's got a what is it, a RTX GeForce NVIDIA 3060 12 gig, and it's actually a really good graphics card. I wish that when I bought it I got a better processor, but it's still good. It's capable of running, at the moment, look, it's running Unreal Engine, and it can run Blender, Unreal Engine, and I can even run like Adobe Illustrator as well at the same time. All three softwares running at the same time, and they work fine. So it's pretty decent computer. I'm using Samsung monitor. It's not a bad monitor. I think it's a 240 hertz monitor, but it's a pretty decent monitor. But yeah, that PC cost me about £1,000, something like that. But it does the job. If you're looking to buy a PC for yourself to start game development, expect to be paying about 800 at least, I'd say. And also just do a lot of research just on YouTube. You can go on YouTube channels and find best PCs for game design and stuff like that. But yeah, just check with Unreal Engine to find out what the minimum specs are. And whatever the minimum specs are for running Unreal Engine, you should be able to run every other software underneath that. Yeah, Unreal Engine's kind of like the benchmark for running software, I'd say, in my experience, because I've run all sorts of different software, and Unreal Engine seems to be the one that needs the most processing power and stuff like that. So like Premiere Pro, the video editing one, Premiere Pro can be a bit of a stretch on your processor sometimes, but yeah. So I just come here, I work on Unreal Engine, I work on Blender. I keep this little notepad here, and on this notepad it's just got little things like make list of sound effects for my game, my spaceship game, work out how to record YouTube in Ableton, and I've just got little notes that I want to try and get done, and I tick them as I'm going along. And then I make lists of YouTube tutorials that I want to watch. So, well, that I want to do basically, and also AI channels that I want to check out, AI websites that I want to check out, like Quick Magic AI, 3D CSM AI. So I do want to get a bit more into AI actually, because it's taken over quickly, very quick. So yeah, I just use like a little mobile, and I've just got like a YouTube account, and pretty much the history of my YouTube is all like YouTube tutorials for game design and Blender and stuff. And if I see any interesting tutorials, I'll click to save later in the thing, and then I'll just have a big list in my save later of YouTube videos that I need to do the tutorials for. But you can find out, you can learn literally everything in YouTube. YouTube is such a godsend for learning stuff. The floor is not not brilliant at the moment, but I've just ordered some new floor panels, so this room is in sort of halfway being fixed up, so it does look a little bit messy, but I am fixing it up. So yeah, this is the new stuff that I've got, and this is just basically, I have got my game stuff over here, and then I just use a little USB memory stick, make sound effects. So for example, I'm using Ableton on this. I won't show you my password. I'm using Ableton on this, and at the moment I'm just working on a little laser sound. Then I'll just save that to a little memory stick, and then just put it across to this computer and add the sound effects to my Unreal Engine. So this is the new stuff that I've got. This is just for sound design really. I'll just go through what I've got. I've got just a MacBook Pro, and if you want to do sound design, a MacBook Pro and a pair of headphones is literally all you need. Well, and a DAW like Ableton or Cubase. I'm not too up on what all the new software is for sound design, but Ableton is really good software. But yeah, if all you want to do is sound design, all you need is a MacBook Pro and a pair of headphones. You don't need all this other stuff, but I've just got it because I want to. Yeah, so and this is a 2012 as well MacBook Pro, so it's quite old. These MacBook Pros in 2012 are really good, and they're relatively cheap. I think you can just pick them up from like eBay for like £40, £60 and stuff like that. So yeah, so I've got a MacBook Pro. This is running from a USB into this Focusrite audio interface. This audio interface takes the USB and puts it into analog speakers. These are Mackie speakers. I can't remember exactly what they are. They cost about £200 or something, but you can get cheap speakers. Like you say, if you just want to do sound design, you've not got much money, just get a pair of headphones and a MacBook Pro. And there's free software you can use as well, so you know, but just watch YouTube tutorials of how to do everything. That's all I do, right? But yeah, so I've got the MacBook Pro is going into the Focusrite analog interface, audio interface. That goes into the speakers and the sound comes out. This thing here is a trigger for Ableton. This is an Akai APC Mini. These are about £60, and basically this is just triggering what's on here. So see how you can see these little squares? That's what this represents. So the top square and one across the next square is them two buttons. So if I press them, it will play what's on there. And the volume control, this volume control is for this. And that's controlling that. You stop all the sounds. So yeah, so I've got that. I've got let me just turn these things on. These are analog instruments, so these aren't connected to the laptop or the MIDI trigger or anything like that, but they can be. So this won't play anything at the moment, right? Because this is running, because it's analog, right? It's running from a stereo cable that's going into this mixer over here, and then this mixer is going into the input of the analog, the audio interface, right? And then this audio interface can send and receive to the laptop. So if we go back to Ableton, and we monitor this. See it, and it's coming up on the screen, and that's because it's just running into this mixer, and this mixer's running into this, and this is running into the laptop. And then I've got this drum machine. This is this synthesizer is a Behringer MS1, and this drum machine is a Behringer RD9. Behringer seems to be doing a lot of budget equipment that seems fairly decent, like, to be fair. So when I was doing sound design stuff years and years ago, Behringer was kind of like a very low budget stuff. Like, you wouldn't really buy Behringer stuff. You might buy Behringer mixers and some Behringer stuff, but they wasn't doing everything like they are now. So Behringer really have got a good hold of the market, and they're making some really decent stuff. But yeah, when I was doing stuff, Akai was decent. Focusrite was really good. Mac. When it comes to sound design stuff, the budget is just insane, because you can get a synth like this for, say, I think this was about £200, or you could spend £6,000 on a synth. The price range differs so much with sound equipment, so you do have to be careful. But this Behringer stuff is quite decent. To be fair, I didn't really need to get this drum machine, but I wanted it. Yeah, that's about it. And this drum machine is going pretty much doing the same thing. It's coming out of a jack plug, and it's going into the analog mixer, and then the analog mixer is going into the audio interface into the laptop. So yeah, that's about it. I think that's all the stuff. But like all this sound stuff that I've got, this is sort of like a new addition to my my game development studio. I've got to fix the blinds. I've got to get curtains and stuff. I've got some Sons of Anarchy stuff over here, and Ozark. So I just wanted to sort of do a little quick video just to show you around, explain some of the stuff that I've got, and kind of explain how I'm sort of doing stuff. And the ironic thing is that I bought all this stuff, all this sound stuff, to be more productive. And what's happened is I'm actually less productive now, because there's like it's like an overload of stuff. So but I think once it's settled and I get my flooring down and it's all settled down and that, I think I'll start using the tools how they're supposed to be used. But yeah, at the moment I'm still having a bit of fun just making beats and stuff. Let me see if I can show you a quick little beat that I was working on. Yeah, and then I'm just working on this game that I think I've showed in my YouTube devlogs before. But yeah, I just thought I'd just show you around. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.